Hey y'all, welcome to another episode of today's home tour. It is a hot August day here in Alabama. So I'm braving the elements to bring you Mills Creek. It's one of the hottest new construction communities here in Jasper, Alabama, by Signature Homes, one of the most reputable builders in the great state of Alabama. So I'm excited to show you this, but I wanted to start here because as you can see, we've got a gated entrance, a private gated entrance, and that's going to be really important for those of you who are maybe in Tennessee, Mississippi, Atlanta, that are buying here on Smith Lake as a second home. So I wanted to start the tour here, but we got a lot to show you. I'm going to have somebody preparing some drone footage for us. I'm going to get some shots from the ground and share a few details. So stay tuned. This is going to be a fun one. It is a pristine day here on the lake. The sun is shining so hard. I can feel it. I think you could fry an egg here on the side of my face, but the water is calm. It's during the week, so there's not a lot of boat traffic out there. So this is going to be a fun one. So stay tuned. Whew. All right, I'm seeking some refuge from this Alabama August heat on a covered porch area. This is one of the spec homes that Lake Homes Realty has listed here in Mills Creek, and just kind of want to give you a little bit of the lay of the land in terms of the Signature Homes concept and what you're going to find out here in Mills Creek. So Signature's kind of signature community style is that village concept. So you've got 5 floor plans to choose from. You've got just a handful of exterior colors to choose from if you were going to choose to build. Now there's 57 lots in here in total. They're going to build out probably all the lakefront lot locations first. There are interior lot locations, but if you're going to buy one of the spec homes like this one, it is what it is. And they're kind of those darker neutral colors. You're going to have some grays, some taupes, and even, some deeper, dark, almost brown colors. So it's super attractive, but some people are going to want a white lake house, and Mills Creek's not going to be for you because that's going to be not part of that village concept that is part of the Signature Homes vision here in Jasper, Alabama. So that's another thing to kind of keep in mind as we go through this video. I'll be talking about things to keep in mind, whether you're looking for, a new construction community like this, because that does have, a lot of pros, but there's also some cons that not only relate to Mills Creek, but also Smith Lake life in general. Talking about the grading of the lot, the slope down to the lake, how many stairs are we talking about in that regard? So some things to kind of keep in mind. The other thing I wanted to mention is just the convenience of this location. So we are really close to Interstate 22, I-22, if you're coming in from Mississippi, and also we're not that far from I-65 if you're coming in from, let's say, Franklin, Tennessee. So very great location here, and it kind of gives you the best of both worlds. I would say we are about 20-25 minutes from downtown Jasper, a little bit further, probably about 40-45 minutes to downtown Cullman. So kind of keep that in mind. If you're out in Arley, and maybe you've seen some of the videos I've done in Double Springs, it could be an hour away from town in that regard. So lots of things to consider because this is a massive lake with hundreds of miles of shoreline, that encompasses 3 counties. So it can be overwhelming when you kind of start that lake house search. So I'm going to give you some things to think about that are going to be Mills Creek specific and, kind of lake home shopper, a little more broader in the specificity there. So just kind of take some notes, keep it in mind, and reach out if you got questions. Other than that, let's keep going. All right, forgive me, it's August in Jasper and it is really hot and I'm starting to sweat through my shirt, so I apologize for that. But we're lakeside in front of one of Justin Dyer's spec home listings here in Mills Creek. This home is completed, ready to go, ready for an offer. But I want to talk about something else before we kind of get into, the floor plans and what's available in Mills Creek. That's the grading down to the lake, or the steps down to the lake, if you will. So this spec house, it's not super steep, but it's a pretty steep stairway down to the lake, and there's no golf cart path. And so you're going to see, I'm going to show you some homeowners that have paid, some pretty decent bucks to install some golf cart paths, custom built signature home here in Mills Creek, all the way down to their lake dock location, which is like a super luxurious amenity. But if that's maybe out of your price range, or you're just not sure whether you're going to need it or use it all that much, I want you to consider this, because this to me is like the pinnacle of lake life when you get this cove location. So you're out of the hustle and bustle of the main channel traffic out there. So on the weekends, there is just boats all around just going up and down. And so it can create a little rocky environment, right? We got some waves from a boat that just went by that are slow rolling in right now. These docks are barely rocking. So this is a super chill location. So I think I would trade some steps to get out of the hustle and bustle of the main drag out there. I don't know about you, but it's something to consider. But I'm going to give you a visual of the stairs and the golf cart, pass down to the lake, and then you can kind of make a decision from there. I'm absolutely in love with this. You've got a wide golf cart path with landscape lighting all the way down. You've got a parking spot here for not just one, but a couple golf carts. In case you got some friends that want to stop by, they want to come visit you down the dock. They got the text, that you got beer and ice, and they want to come down here and hang for a little bit. So that's really, really nice. And you got to think about this. Like, I'm going to give you a shot of this going up, and imagine carrying a cooler. Maybe it's empty and it's just got ice in it all the way up this thing. You're gonna have to, well, you may be more fit than I am, but I'm gonna have to make a couple stops on my way up, to put the hands on the knees and catch my breath, because it's gonna be a workout. And I've been to several houses here on the lake hanging out for the day. People got to go upstairs, maybe use the restroom, and whether you're carrying anything or not, a lot of times you have to stop and take a little break, unless you're some of those super fit people out there. So interesting, I think, possible amenity to point out. To some people, it's going to be well worth it. To others, it's not. So I just wanted you to be aware and kind of see it for yourself, because if you can afford it, you're going to want it. All right, so I'm walking these stairs up to the spec house. Let's see how winded I get. I can already feel the burn. I made it to the top. I don't know, I don't feel like I'm breathing too heavy. What do you think? Whew. I needed that workout though. So here's a real life example of what I'm talking about. I just made it to the top and realized I left my notebook down there at the bottom with some really important notes in it, and I got to go back down and back up. Here we go. Be able to cancel my gym membership after all this. Wait, I don't have a gym membership. That's right. All right, get on me now. All right, that's going to do it for this episode of today's home tour. Again, I'm your host, Jason Will, broker at Blueprint Realty Company. I hope I piqued your interest as it relates to Mills Creek. This is a really special community. The builder is very reputable. They have a number of communities throughout Metro Birmingham. They're even building up in the Nashville area now. So they're super popular among folks in their communities around the greater Birmingham metro area. You might have heard of one of their latest communities called Black Ridge. It's stunning. And this is kind of that mini version of one of those communities with way better amenities, because you're on the cleanest, most pristine lake in Alabama, and I believe the third cleanest in the nation. So it's got some good things going for it. If you're curious about this community or any other homes that maybe you're viewing online on Smith Lake, feel free to give me a call or shoot me a text. It doesn't cost you anything to ask a question, and I'm always available to answer questions about Smith Lake. I love talking about Smith Lake, so don't hesitate. That cell phone number direct is 251-583-9728. My website, jasonwill.com. If you visit my website, I want you to click on the blog tab in the header of the site. I'm going to have a Mills Creek blog published on that page, and it's going to have all the floor plans. Remember I told you there's 5 floor plans out here? So I'm going to paste those and embed those in the blog so that you can kind of get the lay of the land of those floor plans and see the square footages and kind of the base price points of each. So some good information there, maybe some additional information I didn't include in this video, because as I mentioned, as you can see, it is very, very hot today, and I've had to kind of rush through this. I really need to go home and change clothes and take a shower. So if you'll allow me to do that, I'll appreciate it, and then we can kind of catch up later. Again, that cell phone number is 251-583-9728. My phone is always on. If I don't answer it, I will call you right back. You've got my word on that. Thank you so much for watching to the end. I really appreciate you guys support me here on YouTube and all over social media. Thanks so much.